Well, it's Thursday afternoon, and we are here together today to talk about special needs and working from home this evening. 6 o'clock special needs, 8 o'clock working from home. Now, the 6 o'clock special needs will be a recording that I think addresses a lot of issues. It's like a pre-recorded video that I will put out at 6 because I do not feel qualified to do special needs. None of my children, well, they're all special in some way, but I do not feel like I am qualified to help someone else with special needs. So I have a awesome pre-recorded video that will be live at 6. It is with Cindy LaJoy from Blue Collar Homeschool. We did this in Fee a couple of months ago, and it's an awesome video. If you were in my quick starter in the first one, you may have seen it. It still stands to reason this is the best video that Fee has done for special needs so far. And that's why I put it in there. And then if you need special, I will put links for, okay, Cindy LaJoy from Blue Collar. It is a Facebook group called Blue Collar Homeschooling. It is fabulous. One of my favorite groups on Facebook, besides Professional Home Educator. Okay, because that's me. I'm sorry. I feel like I look crazy today. These are my glasses. Y'all like these? I don't usually wear them with the camera because I usually get glare in my eyes, but my eyes were tearing up today, so I kept them off. But okay, so at 6 o'clock we'll have it's called let's see, Resources for Struggling Learners, and it's Cindy LaJoy and Lisa Neffring. I always get it wrong every time I try to say it. Cindy LaJoy is with Blue Collar Homeschool. She is absolutely fabulous. And then Lisa is from True North Homeschool Academy, which is like an online school. They have classes and stuff. And Cindy is a homeschool consultant for special needs. Homeschool Legal Defense also has resources for special needs now, and I will post that link. Both those, but Cindy, I highly trust. Anytime I've ever asked her any information about special needs, she is so helpful and she's so kind. We were going to do a virtual, well, we're going to do a virtual retreat now. We were going to do a real retreat in person on a cruise in November. It was in the books. It was planned. Cindy LaJoy was our speaker, and then COVID. So that's on hold. We were probably going to do a virtual one with some extra stuff, like you can get a kit in the mail kind of thing, and it'll be some kind of special kit to go along with the retreat. But that's in the works. That's my next thing on my agenda. It's in the works, and it's going to be pretty cool. It's just COVID is it just messes up my plans of meeting people. And every time I turn around, my team is somebody's sick. And I'm like, do you got COVID? Don't bother me. So, yes. It's a great one. There's so much information in that video. It's like every time I watch it, I hear something more. So I've got to put them back on schedule again, and they have just and I would grab the resources and get you the resources that they talk about so that you can have links to that. What else? So anyway, this is coffee time. We're not supposed to do all kind of business type stuff. If you were in the Quick Start Homeschool Bootcamp that's still open, but that was like last week? It was like a repeat. I did the first one and it went absolutely great. And then when our local area started announcing plans, I scrunched it and did it. We've actually decided to put that one on YouTube. It's like you're starting. It has like all the little things you need when you start. So it's going to be put on YouTube on the YouTube channel. I'll post that link later too, so I'm kind of excited about that because I had not planned to do that. But I already have the first one, which is the exact same thing in the e-courses, and you can go buy that because it has extras. But then this one's just going to be put on the YouTube channel because I decided, so that's like having the same product twice. It's just one's more than the other one, and I'm like, I just decided not to do that. I didn't want to. So I'm putting that one on the YouTube channel so people can as we have more people, I'm getting busier and busier locally. So I kind of need to not have all the Facebook groups extra, all the extra Facebook groups. I kind of need to slow that down. So that's what I'm doing. And then it's there so I can refer people back to it when they have questions. I said, here, you can find this video. Here, you can find this video. And I can keep referring them back to somewhere. And then I'm not having to babysit a group. Not that I don't like babysitting a group. It's just I have my main group, which is over 3,000 people. So I'm like, that's a lot of work in itself. And I feel like I have not been able to hardly even pay attention to the main group like I usually do. I usually have a lot more going on in there. This Saturday in the main group, we have lesson planning, and it's going to be really, really great. It's Heather Reed. She's fabulous. She did the time management one, and it was just absolutely awesome. Today I do not have coffee. Today I have tea. I really kind of want hot tea because it keeps raining. It's raining off and on today. I like rainy days. I like rainy days I can read is what I like. So let's see. I have no major points today. Yes, yesterday I told y'all that my son sprung on me that he wanted to go to college and start college. So yesterday I filled out all his paperwork for the FAFSA is how you say it. It looks real weird to me. Got that done. It was strangely simple. And then he started filling out applications for several colleges. And I'm like, here he went from the kid who was not going to college, and he has told me for a year he was not going to college, to suddenly going to college. And then today because he was not going to college, I had not finished his transcript. So today I've been finishing his transcript. And it's my hair. Guys, y'all need to give me a heads up when it looks crazy, okay? So it's raining outside. I would like to just watch. I mean, it's just pretty. So that's what I did today. So tomorrow we'll talk about high school at 6 o'clock. All things high school. Everything I can think of, and I'll tell you what I know and what I don't know and what I've been told, and we'll do all the things. And it covers middle school a little bit too. And then in the end, we'll talk about when you need to find help and where, and that I'll tell you all the things, and I'll show you like how to find Cindy LaJoy, who consults. She's awesome. I consult. There's other consultants. I can give you lots of information on where to find people. So what have y'all been doing? I've had that kind of day where I drank my tea. It's been raining. I think it's kind of interesting. I like a rainy day. But teens, they kind of throw things at you at the last minute, and you're like, what is going on? I'm gearing up to start planning the school year for the fourth. I have my boy is he'll be 19 next week. My Olivia will be 12 this Saturday. So she's going to be 7th grade. Gabriella will be 9th grade. Juliana will be 17 in September. She is a 12th grader. And then the kindergartner. So I've got to plan their school, and that's what my August will be. August will be wrapping up my local stuff, because locally I am in a cover school, and I have to wrap up the year and get everything ready for the beginning of the year. Well, it's really just all one movement, and it just usually takes about 2 weeks to get everything finalized and fixed. And then this year we're going to go digital. So if anybody wants to pray for me, let me do that, because we're going to take all the files digital, and then I'll send the hard copies to the parents to hold, and then I'll have the copies in the cloud and on a hard drive, because then it travels better. It's easier to travel. So if something happened, there's a copy at the church, there's a copy here, people can do things. So that's just, if you're not local, it won't mean anything to you. That's jabbering, because, we're having coffee. I'm telling you what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about, switching over and getting ready so that I can plan school. So my girls, my big girls, my 2 high schoolers, Juliana, okay, this is high school, this is extra. Somebody in one of our local groups just asked about if middle schoolers could do high school credit, and you can. But I'll tell you what happens when you start too early. They are ready to graduate earlier than what you mentally think they're ready to graduate. So Juliana has pretty much everything done that she can do. You got your copy in the mail? Good. Yeah, you should have. Today's what, Thursday? Yeah, I knew that was coming. Um, then the green card should come, probably by I think Monday, maybe Tuesday. I don't know how fast that'll be because I know it arrived today. Today. Um, so Juliana has finished just about everything she could possibly ever do, and we're going to do a business intensive, for lack of a better word, this year where she's kind of setting up her own business. And she's going to do a history because she was supposed to do it last year, and what I picked out, they hated it. They absolutely hated it. So we just decided, even though she has a grade, that we'll just, for fun, I'm trying something new, and she just decided to go along with Gabriella because they're buddies. And I'm using something very reading heavy because Gabriella loves to read, and I read the first chapter. It was fabulous. It's by Susan Wire Bauer. If you want to catch up on history in life, there's with learning styles. There's classical. There's Well-Trained Mind. Well-Trained Mind was written by Susan's mother. And Susan wrote the history book, The Story of the World, which is very popular in classical circles. And then this book is written for adults. And they also have a high school guide. So that's what they're doing. See, you never know what I'm going to talk about. But anyway, we'll talk more about high school tomorrow because that's going to be a big one. High school is usually a big one because there's usually a lot of questions. And but I will tell you, I used Susan's transcript stuff for the first time. Susan is, you can find her boot camps in the units. She does awesome stuff, and I knew it was awesome. I've seen it, but I've never really done it myself. I've watched it. I've watched demonstrations. It was so easy because I had all the information. I had all the grades. It took me 30 minutes to fill everything out for the transcript. She shot me a picture of it, and then sometime tonight I should be able to get the actual one so that it can be signed and stamped and get ready to go. So it was fabulous. I'm completely sold on her stuff, and I do get some free stuff. I will be that we're supposed to do that when you blog and stuff. You're supposed to tell them if you get stuff. I did receive the stuff for free, but let me tell you, after using it for Cole's transcript, I would buy it with no problem whatsoever. I mean, I even thought I'm going to start Juliana and Gabriella's to get them finished. And I thought to myself, I need to send her money because it's fabulous. And I'm like, the record stuff, that transcript, I'm sold, completely sold. So it was awesome. And if you're local and you're in the cover school, you get a discount. But we're working that out. She's going to give my people a discount. She's a cool mama. So if you have a cover school leader or umbrella school, wherever you are, you might want to get them to get in touch with Susan because then you can get a discount because she's fabulous. But that's our coffee. That's what's on my mind. People, you never know where I'm going in my mind. I'm usually thinking 10,000 things, and I keep looking over here and seeing the school books. Because see what happens, I have my window over here, and they're all lined up, each set of school books for each child. Yeah, I'm telling you, Jennifer, I made that transcript in 30 minutes or less. And the only reason it took so long is because I have never used Excel before. That's it. It was newbie error. I'm telling you I'm like, I'm sold. But you're in the cover school. There's going to be a discount. So don't go buying it yet. It's going to be a good one. And, I'm just saying 30 minutes. I'm like, I've made them for people. I can't make them. I'm like, there was no calculating the GPA and the weighted GPA. There was nothing. I filled out the stuff and it did it. It did it all by itself. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Yeah, she's got an Excel class too. Her computer class for kids was fabulous, and I thought to myself, I mean, I had total newbie era. I was messing it up, and I thought to myself, I should have taken her class because I'm like, I was trying to figure it out and having such a hard time. I was like very frustrated, and he finally just called Juliana, who took Susan's class, computer class last year, and she came and fixed it. And I felt just a little not smart because I was like, but I mean, if you've never used Excel, you don't know, right? I mean, Publisher is about my extent of Microsoft. Loved Publisher, used it for years, but I had never used anything else. So it worked out, but it was done in 30 minutes. Look, Jennifer, he has thrown me for a loop. I have been running. You've been doing her boot camp. She's got an awesome boot camp. I have not watched it. I'm going to have to say, look, can you put the videos to the side? Don't let me watch them before you completely delete the group. Because this week I've been here. I don't know how we scheduled a boot camp on the same day. I think we try to schedule them where we're not overlapping, but this one just didn't work out. So we're trying to kind of coordinate our boot camps so that, because we're both local in the same area, so try not to overlap so people have to pick and choose, because then people think they're hurting our feelings, and you don't hurt my feelings. She's just really brilliant. But anyway, I'm going to go. 6 o'clock we'll have the pre-recorded workshop from Cindy LaJoy and Lisa Nehring. It's Nehring. I am never sure I'm saying it right. I can spell it because it's odd and I like it and I like the way it looks, but I can't figure out how to say it half the time. So anyway, we're going to have that one at 6, and then I'll be back at 8 to talk about working from home. I'm not an expert, but I'll tell you what I've learned. I'll see you then.